Good evening, my friends. Nick here again, and welcome to the channel with our next session of rich thoughts to feed for your mind for every day to grow to a more wealthy, more healthy, and more prosperous and happy life. So, today I want to talk to you about a subject which I take really close to the heart is because I didn't do it. I didn't create that habit till 5, 6 years ago. I was reading once in a while. I was watching motivational videos once in a while. But then I started to study with Bob Proctor, and he learned me to create a habit of study. And it's true, live as if you were to die tomorrow and learn as if you were to live forever. Let that sink in. I'll read it again. Live as it were to that you die tomorrow, but study and learn as if it were that you would live forever. And it is. It's so important that you keep on growing. And if we talk about study, there's a big difference, and that's a subject for tonight. Is the big difference between study or gathering knowledge? Because most people confuse that, and our school, and that's normal because most people, if we talk about study, we're thinking about our school system, where we are trained to take in information and then reproduce that information that is given to us. But we are not taught to really to think, really to understand, and to create an awareness. Because there's a big difference to have a lot of knowledge or to be able to think for yourself. And thinking for yourself depends if you are able to evaluate your own belief system and to redress your own belief system and to create other belief systems. Because only by changing your belief systems you can grow in your personal development. Because the person who stays with his own beliefs will stay with the same principles, the same awareness, and will never change. So having the possibility or having the habit to study, and what should you study? Well, the only thing that you should study is yourself. The rest is not really relevant in this area of in this environment where we talk about personal development. We are convinced that you can change the world by changing yourself, and there will nothing change for you if you don't change. So the time that you devote to study should be to gather a better understanding of how that you function, how that your mind functions. And this is a very nice saying, and you maybe have stared already at the picture. And some people see immediately something, some people don't see anything, and some people see a tree, and other people see two faces. And if you are changing the way that you look at things, the things you look at will change. Let that sink in. If you're really getting aware of that, that if you change the way that you see things, to observe things, the things that you observe change. Imagine that you are walking in the street and there is a big guy with a leather jacket and iron chains around his neck. He's walking up to you. What do you believe about those type of people? Are they friendly? Are they nice? Should you be afraid of them? I don't know. But it's according your belief system that you will act and react. Same with if you encounter a police officer. What do you think if you see a police officer? Well, it's according your belief system that you will see a different type of person. And that counts also for a type of vehicle that you see. If you see a car that's a really sportive guy, but you have green beliefs, then maybe you will curse that car. But if you are an ambitious person and who wants to go forward and it has to be fast, then you will see ambition and success in that car. So become aware that your beliefs are programming how you see the world. So if we are observing a scenery, we won't see the same thing. We never will see the same thing because I will see it from my beliefs and you will see it from your beliefs. And that's why understanding and studying of yourself is so important. And the big difference between knowledge is collecting the puzzle pieces, and understanding is assembling the puzzle. Knowledge, gathering knowledge, is just the puzzle pieces. And yesterday we talked about, before yesterday we talked about action and taking action. Well, a lot of people they stay stuck in that knowledge gathering. They collecting the pieces, another course, another strategy, another book to read, another, and then they will start. But they will have a lot of knowledge, but they never start because they don't get the understanding. They are not able to assemble the puzzle and see what they can do with all the knowledge. They can't have that. They don't have that imagination that permits them to see a better future for themselves. That sees a certain outcome for themselves, and so they stay stuck in the knowledge gathering. I hope it's not you, but if it's you, well, you can change today. You can start to study in a different way, and for instance, by following this channel and getting that little bit um, feeding of the mind every day, a little idea to think about. And if you just ponder on it, if you just let it, yeah, sink in and think, well, do I understand myself? How can I understand myself better? What do I believe about certain topics? What do I believe about relationships? What do I believe about food? What do I believe about health? What do I believe about money? Do I believe about career? Well, think about that and let it sink in and start to understand. And the better you understand, the better that you can set your goals and the less that you will be afraid of setting goals. Because why are we afraid of setting goals? It's by a lack of understanding. If you don't understand the situation, well, the counterpart of not understanding is worry and doubt. And worry and doubt that creates a negative vibration in our body and will bring our body in a vibration of dis-ease. So your body is not at ease and it will create dis-ease. And that will result in a visit to the doctor. By understanding, you can avoid that. So start to study to understand, not to don't study to gather information. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. That's from Nelson Mandela. And I love that quote. Education, and if you're talking about education, well, it comes from the Latin educo, and that's from to draw from within. So there we go again. Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change it. So what can you use to change the world? It's not the outside, it's the inside. You change the world from the inside outward and not from the outside inward. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Are you ready to get really education? So to draw from within everything which is already there. Because you need to convince yourself that you are made in God's image. And if you're made in God's image, you are perfect. You are perfect as you are. You only don't know it yet. You don't know that how perfect that you are, how genius that you are, how much possibilities that you have. You don't believe it yet. Once you start to believe it a little bit more, just a little bit more, you will start to get more self-confidence. If you get more confidence, you will start to study more. And now you are getting that snowball effect so that you are growing to a better version of yourself. I hope that you like this type of video. If you like them, well, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and put a comment. Why not? Ask me something. Is there a topic where you're struggling with? Is there something that would you like to be answered by me? Put it in the comments. I'll read them and I'll answer them as soon as possible in a new video or in the comment itself. I wish you the best for the rest of the evening. Take it with you and start to educate yourself. Pull it from within.